Hola y bienvenidos a todos. Hello and welcome you all to my channel, which is Spanish with Pallavi. Obviously, I am Pallavi. I'll be teaching you Spanish language in a loco way, fun way, because Espanol es muy loco. Y buenas tardes, good evening. So till now we have been learning, and today also we are going to learn about stem changing verbs. Okay, so stem changing verbs are normally the part of irregular verbs. Okay, there is a difference between regular verbs and irregular verbs. You can learn the difference. You can watch the video in the playlist all about verbs. Okay, so in today's video we are going to learn about the type 3. Okay, we are going to learn about the type 3 of stem changing verbs. We have already done type 1 and type 2 of stem changing verbs. Okay, so we are going to learn about type 3, which is E changes to I. Okay, so there will be so many verbs which has E in the spelling, and we are going to change E to I. Okay, so let's take an example, corregir, which is to correct something. Okay, so corregir, we are going to change this to this. Okay, so first of all, let me tell you, this is a different thing. First of all, let me tell you that in this type 3 of stem changing verbs, there are mostly the verbs are IR ending verbs. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the example, and we are going to take the example of IR ending verb, which is corregir. Okay, so there are not so many verbs which are the part of type 3, but yeah, mostly the verbs are IR ending verb. Okay, so we are going to do the conjugations for IR ending verb corregir. Let's get started. So as you can see here, these are the conjugations for corregir verb, which is to correct something. Okay, so in this we are going to change this E to I. Okay, so in the first form, as you can see here, these are the exceptions. In the type 1, in the type 2, there were exceptions, and in this also we have exceptions. Okay, these are the exceptional cases. Okay, so for first person singular, these are the singular form, these are the plural forms. Okay, corrijo, I correct. Corriges, you correct. Okay, ella usted corrige. Okay, third form, third person, ella usted. Okay, you in the formal way, usted. Corregimos, that will not be corregimos. No, that will be wrong. Corregimos. Okay, we are not changing this. We are not. Okay, so corregimos, corregis, corrigen. Okay, that will be tough to pronounce, but practice makes man perfect. So yeah, so that was it. So pronunciations of these verbs are tough. Okay, so practice them and conjugate them and try to repeat the verb and try to repeat the word again and again. Okay, all the conjugations that you are doing, practice them. Okay, you will learn eventually how to pronounce them. Okay, that will be tough at first. Corrijo, corriges, corrige, corregimos. Okay, that will be wrong. Corriges, no. Corregimos, corregis, corrigen. Okay, so that was it. That was the third type of stem changing verbs, which will be corregir. Okay, in this verb, in this part, we only have IR ending verbs. Okay, this third type of stem changing verbs, we mostly have IR ending verbs. Okay, so that's why we have done this part, corregir verb conjugations. Okay, so mostly we have IR ending verbs only, not ER, not AR. So exceptions are always there. Okay, so try to pronounce these words. Okay, try to conjugate these verbs. So that was it for today. So in the next video we are going to learn about the irregular verbs. There will be so many verbs which are the exceptions of irregular verbs. Okay, so in this video you have learned about the third type of stem changing verbs, which was E changes to I. Okay, we have done the conjugations for corregir verb. In this type, we mostly have the IR ending verbs. Okay, not AR, not ER. We mostly have IR ending verbs. So that's why we have done corregir verb. Okay, which means to correct. Okay, so learn these pronunciation. Now you all know how to conjugate the irregular verbs, which are the part of stem changing verb. Okay, so in stem changing verbs we have three types, and you have already done that part. Okay, in the next video you are going to learn about some irregular verbs, which are the exceptions, okay, of irregular verbs. Okay, so we are going to learn that in the next video. Stay tuned with my channel, which is Spanish with Pallavi. I'm Pallavi. I'll be teaching you Spanish language in a local way. Okay, and also keep practicing, keep conjugating the verbs, keep learning Spanish. I'm going to put all the verbs which are the part of third type of stem changing verbs, of irregular verbs. I'm going to put all the verbs in the description part. I'm going to put a list there so you can conjugate them on your own. Okay, so stay tuned with my channel, which is Spanish with Pallavi. Adios, hasta pronto.